Yes, good morning once again. We finished topic genetics, where we was talking about terms such as meiosis, terms, chromosomes, cell division, and so let's actually see in today's lesson. Let's actually see what cell division is and how these cells divide. Okay, how these cells actually do it. How do they divide? To produce other cells. For example, you might get a cut, you might get a small injury or something small. And from nowhere, you heal, and even after healing, you produce new cells and it feels off as if nothing has ever happened. Every day, your cells die. Very many cells die. Very many. Imagine your skin. If you touch your skin, can you try to touch your skin? Yes. You've come that touching from your skin. Trust me, you have millions of cells in those two fingers that have touched the skin. If you try to touch your mouth every day when you brush, very many cells are brushed out of your mouth. Very many cells. So in other words, cells die and new cells are formed. Okay? So now think about how these new cells are formed. For example, gents here, each day you produce sperm cells. Each day you produce sperm cells. Now, how are you managed to do that? And the process by which the sperm cells, the ova, and other cells in your body, should it be the same? Should it be the same process by which you're producing the sperm cells? Should it be the same process by which you're going to produce these other cells, the muscle cells, the cheek cells, the blood cells, the white blood cells, and should it be the same process? If no, why? If yes, why? So by the end of this topic, cell division, all of us shall be experts. All of us shall be pro as far as cell division is concerned. So let's talk about the definition. It's not hard, it's not perplex, it's not confusing. It is just cell dividing. It comes from, they are just two words combined. The first word is cell, and I believe we know what these words mean. Cell and divide. So it is simply process by which a cell divides to produce daughter cells. As simple as that. A process by which a cell divides to produce daughter cells. So you start with one cell, okay? And the one cell divides to produce either two, okay, daughter cells, or the two cells formed will also further divide in one division, one division, so that one division leads to formation of four daughter cells. And we are going to see which instances, in which cases do we form four daughter cells, and in which instances or in which cases do we form two daughter cells. And why should you buy them? Carry out cell division. And why should you form two daughter cells? What is unique with these two daughter cells? And why should you form four daughter cells? And what is unique with these four daughter cells? Okay, so by doing that, we shall be studying cell division. So cell division, it is important in that in single cell organisms, single-celled organisms, such as amoeba. Can you think of any other single-celled organism? Think of any? Yes. I hope you thought about Plasmodium, the malaria parasite. Yes, that's good. I hope you thought about, yes, Paramecium, Euglena, all bacteria cells, and others. So organisms that are just made up of one cell. It's one cell and it's a complete organism. Can you imagine? For you, think about you, how many cells do you have? Uncountable. Billions and trillions, in fact, trillions and trillions and trillions of cells. But in this single-celled organism, this process of cell division is enough to reproduce a complete organism. Whereby if you have your organism, such as a bacterial cell, okay, this bacterial cell is going to divide, okay, and produces two daughter cells. That's one, and this is another one. It is going to divide, sorry for this, and produces two daughter cells, and these two daughter cells are actually complete organisms. They are actually complete organisms. Okay, that this one is an organism, and this one is also an organism, and this one will further divide, produce other organisms. And because you are producing two cells, and the two cells, you are producing two cells, then we call it binary fission. So we shall study reproduction, okay? And we shall enjoy, we shall see what binary fission is. But now for organisms that are made up of very many cells, very many, trillions and trillions and trillions of cells. Imagine an elephant. You cannot see one cell. You cannot see it with your eyes. But you need a microscope. You need to aid your eyes for you to see a cell. But now these many cells, they pile up together. Yes, I've used a good word. They pile up together to form such a large organism, which is an elephant. You can imagine how big an elephant is. Can imagine how big. Okay? Yes. So these many cells piling up to form that big organ, which is an elephant. You think how many cells are they? Yes. So this process is therefore not used to bring about new organisms, but rather bring about important aspects of life, such as growth. I'm sure of you were born when you were just too young. Okay, too young, too small. But right now you are big boys and girls, and soon you'll be big men and women, and soon you'll be judges. So how are you able to grow? It is by this process. Plants, you plant a bean seed, the bean seed germinates. How is it able to germinate? Even after germinating, it keeps on growing. How is it able to grow? It's by this process, cell division. Then repair of worn out tissues. Yes, you get an injury. Maybe a cat, you are peeling matoke, you are peeling this, you are peeling that. You knock yourself, the skin peels off. But you treat the wound, and when the wound gets healed, the skin recovers. Though a scar remains, but the skin recovers. How is it able? How is that skin able to be recovered? By cell division. And then production of reproductive cells. Like I told you, men, each day you produce sperm cells. Very many sperm cells. Very many sperm cells. Okay? Around, is it 7 million sperm cells each day? You can fact check that. Imagine 7 million sperm cells each day. Each day. Why all those sperm cells are for what? You can find out. But each day you produce sperm cells. Ladies, you have over around 200, no, around 2000. Okay, I'm not certain of the figure. But you produced these over. So by which process? And why that process? And why should you? Okay? So by the end of this topic, we shall be able to know how actually these cells are produced and the significance of the processes involved in cell division. So during cell division, the nucleus divides first and then followed by the cytoplasm. So you know a cell made up of a nucleus, and the nucleus is the one that has the genetic material. Okay, so it is this nucleus that will divide first. Okay, to disintegrate, and then the chromosome. We are going to talk about the real process, the whole process, and then you separate everything. And then after separating, then it will be followed by the cytoplasm. And you separate and form your two daughter cells. Why not son cells? I don't know, but they are daughter cells. And then the cell membrane constricts surrounding the formed cells, each containing a nucleus, and the result is formation of two daughter cells. Come on, don't write on the screen. That's good. It is formation of two daughter cells. Important terms. I think we shall talk about these terms in our next lesson. But you can read through. I sent you notes. Okay? I sent you notes to go, and I hope you copied the notes. I hope. So I want you to read ahead of me. Okay? That's what I want. I want you to read ahead of me. And then you come in the next lesson when you have a hint of what cell division is. If you do that, it will be good. So you find out the two types, okay, of cell division. You find meiosis and you find mitosis. So you can read through all these two types of cell division, okay, and see what are they, so that in our next lesson we shall just do marathon, we shall just do cruise. And these terms, they are almost the same terms as those ones that we use in genetics and cell division. So allow me stop here, guys. We can prepare for the next lesson, because yeah, there is a next lesson and also have a next lesson, so we can prepare the next lesson. And those that haven't subscribed, please be responsible and you subscribe. Okay? Yeah, go and subscribe.
Help me send the number.
I send my number.
Yeah.
It's okay. It is 757114880.
Beg your pardon?
0757114880. Okay, let me type it. 0757114880. Send it to everyone. Yes.
Thanks.
So please go and watch the videos. If you missed something, watch those videos as much as you can. Do those questions, those revision questions I've sent. Hey, so that things become good, things become cool. Not so. Yes. Otherwise, we can call it a day.